Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am back with a new video. So today the question is sum of all subarrays. In this question you have to find the subarrays of this array and the sum of individual subarrays will contribute to the total sum. So let us simplify. Suppose we have the subarray S1. So what will be this first subarray? That is 5 only. So 5 will be contributed to the total sum. So look at S2, which is the another sub array of this array. So what is the sum of that sub array? That is 5 plus 8, 13. So 13 will be contributed to the total sum. Similarly, next sub array S2 is 5 plus 8 plus 7. So 20 will be contributed to the total sum. In this way we will find the sum of all the individual sub arrays, and the sum of those individual sub arrays will be contributed to the final sum. So I hope the question is clear. Let us repeat again. You will be given an array and you have to find the sum of all the individual sub arrays of those arrays, and that individual sum will be contributed to the total sum. If we look at the sub array starting with 8, then what are the possible sub arrays? One is 8, then is 8 plus 7, then is 8 plus 7 plus 6. So their individual sum will be contributed to the final sum. So what is the possible solutions? If we look at the most simple solution, then we can run two loops. One I will be starting index that will point to the starting position, and another loop j will be there, which will start iterating over that sub array, right? So suppose we can see here, like I will be the starting position and we will have a variable sum so far. So and then a j variable will iterate over all the sub arrays which will start from the position I, and individual elements will be getting added to sum so far, and that sum so far will be added to the total sum. When we will run it, we will see the output and we will understand better, right? For example, I is pointing to 5, then j will iterate over 5, then 8, then 7, then 6, right? So it will iterate all the sub arrays which will start from 5, right? So let us run the code and see the output. So when I is 0 and j is 0, 5 will be the sum so far. Then when I is 0 and j is 1, then 5 plus 8, 13 is sum so far, and then 5 plus 8 plus 7, 20. In this way we will find the sum so far, that is the individual sum of all the sub arrays, and that will be the added to the total sum, right? And the total sum will come out to 134. So let us see the total output, that is the total sum. So we scroll down and see what is the total sum, and see, yeah, it is coming as 134. So our code is correct. But if we look at the complexity, we are using two loops, right? So the complexity is order of n square. So we know that if the array size is 10 to the power 5, then n square will be 10 to the power 10, which is very huge, and in 1 second it will not be executed, it will give TLE, because in 1 second we can do at most 10 to the power 7 operations, right? So order of n square is not very much suitable for this question. So what can we do better? We will look on it. So we have to optimize somehow. So what is the optimization technique? So if we pick any element, suppose we pick 8. So if we look here, 8 will not be present in the sub arrays of all the numbers after 8, right? Because all the numbers after 8 will contain the numbers after them in their sub array, including them, right? If we look at the sub array of 7, then it will not contain the element previously like 8 or 5. Some of sub array of 7 will be 7, 7, 6, right? Sub array of 6 will be 6, it will not contain 8. So 8 will be present in all the sub arrays of the number previously including 8, right? 8 will be present in sub array of 5 and 8. So if we look at the array indexing, it is 0 based indexing. So we know 8 will be present in all the numbers previously including itself, that is 0 and 1, which is total of 2, that is index plus 1. So any element will be present in I plus 1 subarrays. So 8 will be present in 2 subarrays, right? I plus 1, which is including itself and the numbers which are previous than itself. So this is the first observation, that 8 will be present 2 times, or any index I number will be present I plus 1 times in any subarray. But how many times that number will be present in any subarray? Like if we look at the subarrays of 5, then 8 will be present in 5 8 5 8 7 and 5 8 7 6. And if we look at the subarray of 8 8 8 7 and 8 7 6, so it will be present, it's from index I to n, that is n minus I times. So 4 minus 1 3 times. So the formula we get is ai into n minus I into I plus 1 for every I. I hope it is clear. So if we execute this formula for every I, the complexity becomes order of n, right? So we will run this optimized code and see the output. So just we have applied the formula which I have got previously and run that code. So I hope we will be getting 134 in this approach also. So let us run and wait for the output, and it is here, it is 134. So I hope it is clear now. We will look at the formula again and try to understand it again, right? 8 will be present in all the subarrays of number itself and previous than itself, right? And it will be present n minus I times, because it will be 8 will be included in itself and all the numbers after that.